Hello again. In a prior video, I talked about replicating a paycheck because quite often in my world, we spend all our time building that retirement income plan, looking at all the different factors that go into it. And sometimes it's not obvious to us that what people want to do is they just want a paycheck similar to what they had when they were working so they have some continuity in their lifestyle. And I addressed that idea or that topic with one example, and I realized it didn't apply to everybody, and I didn't have a whole lot of time to do it. I don't. It's hard to do all of this in a short video, 2 to 4 minutes. So I was kind of tied down to not getting too far into the weeds, but I did get some good feedback from a friend, now client, that talked about taxation and some of the things that he thinks about. And so I thought I would follow up that video with a little bit of behind the scenes insight into when we build it, why it's different for different people, and how I might look at taxation. One source of income for most people is Social Security. And when you collect Social Security, you do have an option of having certain amounts come out for taxes, federal taxes or not. You also may have money coming out of that Social Security income for Medicare. So your total that you receive may not be the initial projection on your statement, and that's taken into consideration. You also may or may not have a pension. Many people do not. Most people, it's Social Security and what they've saved in their 401ks or 403bs or IRAs. So when it comes time to build that income plan, the first thing we look to do is, will they be successful based on how much they really need to live on? And then adding the lifestyle choices to, and then covering the what if. So let's say that plan's okay. There may be a wide range in what a client or a couple actually need. If their need is much lower, let's say they only need $3,000 a month. And I say only, maybe that's a lot for some people, but their Social Security would supply 2,000 of that, so they would need to come up with another $1,000 a month. Well, because of that level, they may not actually be paying much, if anything at all, in taxes. So there'd probably be no tax withholding. This is something we have to check year to year based on tax law. I'm not going to get into current tax law because it may change and they may want to use this video again in years to come. If they're in a bracket, however, that will require some kind of tax withholding, we may want to look at how much is coming out for Social Security and use that. We may use a different federal and state tax withholding levels to have that withheld ahead of time from their investable accounts, their IRAs. For pensions, the same thing. You usually do have options on how much you want to take out. The important point here is we can adjust that. So between working with their tax preparers, those tax professionals, using the tools that I have at my disposal, it's an ongoing thing. So what I'm really trying to reinforce here is, yes, we can replicate your paycheck so that you're comfortable. Behind the curtain, there's an awful lot going on, and it changes frequently. It changes often year by year. I do like to try to get to what I call a beta year, so that maybe the first year or two, there's a lot of adjusting, a lot of tweaking going on, but eventually there is that 1 year that's pretty similar to the years that will be coming up, other than taking out a chunk maybe for a big trip or a car, so that you're comfortable with how you're being taxed, you're comfortable with the money that's coming in, and you know you've got that what if money on the side if we need to send it to you. It's not a one-time thing, it's something that happens yearly, with a look back at how the prior year went and a look forward with what the expectations are for the need for income in the coming year. And I don't want to get too far into the weeds because everybody's situation is a little bit different. And as an RICP, a retirement income certified professional, it's my job to look at those differences, to help people with those plans, to be flexible, and to make sure that we do review your plan regularly so that your course is smoother. You don't need to look behind the scenes, behind the curtain. You know that it's being taken care of, and working together is what really builds a successful plan.